Natalie Harp was at the Freedom 250 Grand Prix. She was photographed there, she appeared in race footage, and she was standing just a few feet away from President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump. But in the White House's official social media coverage of the event, Trump's ever-present aide was almost nowhere to be seen, and that has raised eyebrows. Harp, 35, is reportedly paid around $150,000 a year as a White House aide to Trump, and she has become one of the president's most visible staffers. She travels extensively with him, sits in on many Oval Office meetings, and helps with his Truth Social posts. So when she appeared at the Grand Prix, her presence was hardly surprising. What is raising questions is how little of her appeared in the official coverage. At the Washington, D.C. race on Sunday, Harp could be seen in photographs and videos taken by other outlets. But a White House video, posted with dramatic music and rapid editing, focused heavily on Trump and Melania. The footage repeatedly cropped tightly around the president and First Lady, leaving much of the surrounding scene out. Another clip showed Trump waving the green flag to start the race. Again, the framing was so tight that the wider scene was almost completely removed. On X, a version of the same footage included Melania, but was still cropped differently, even cutting off part of the Fox Sports logo. And yet, in the original footage, Harp can briefly be seen in the background. She's smiling and clapping as Trump and Melania watch the race. She simply wasn't prominent in the official White House presentation. The White House X account does have that longer clip available, and that's where this story gets more interesting, because Harp has already been attracting unusual attention over her relationship with the president. The 35-year-old aide was thrust further into the spotlight after Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff publicly commented on her relationship with Trump. She has also faced questions over her security clearance and her unusually close proximity to the president. At the same time, reports have suggested Harp's relationship with Melania may be considerably less comfortable. Melania has spent much of this period away from the White House, while Harp has remained a near constant presence around Trump. And Sunday's footage only added fuel to reports that the first couple may have clashed over Harp's apparent devotion to the president. At one point during the race, Melania appeared to leave the suite just as Harp entered. The footage does not, however, establish why Melania walked away or whether Harp had anything to do with it, but the timing was enough to send speculation into overdrive. Just days before the Grand Prix, letters Harp reportedly wrote to Trump in 2023 were published by the Daily Beast. Natalie Harp's intimate letters to President Trump are now being revealed in full. And the words inside them are giving a much more personal glimpse into the relationship between Trump and his 35-year-old aide. The Daily Beast has published 2 letters Harp wrote to Trump in 2023, during or after his trip to Scotland and Ireland. Extracts had appeared before, but the full letters and images of the originals had not been made public until now. And Harp's own words are striking. In one letter, she tells Trump, "You are all that matters to me. I don't want to ever let you down." She also writes about women around the president, saying she is envious of those whose only job seems to be to talk with you and look pretty. Then comes the blunt part, "I want that job." Harp goes on to say she misses the days when Trump would call her and we'd talk about everything and nothing. And she adds, "We shouldn't have to talk about work all the time." The letters also reveal just how much importance Harp appeared to place on pleasing Trump. At one point, she tells him he has the right to criticize her when she deserves it, language that paints a picture of an aide deeply invested in the president's approval. And Harp even refers to herself by the nickname reportedly given to her by Trump's staff, the human printer, because of the stacks of articles and reports she would print out and deliver to the president. The letters were obtained by Trump biographer Michael Wolff while he was working on his book, All or Nothing. Wolff says they came from people inside Trump's campaign who were concerned about how close Harp was becoming to the president. According to Wolff, the letters were discovered among the piles of printouts Harp regularly delivered to Trump. Staff members photographed them, and those images reportedly circulated among campaign aides. Wolff says there was a revolt among staff who believed Trump was spending too much time with Harp and that her influence was growing despite what he described as her lack of experience. Wolff's conclusion was blunt. The relationship here is not a relationship that should exist in a professional setting. The White House, however, strongly disputes that characterization. A spokesperson for Harp described her as one of Trump's most loyal and hardworking aides and accused critics of attacking the administration. But the letters are surfacing at a particularly sensitive moment. Harp has become one of the most visible people in Trump's inner circle, appearing with him repeatedly while Melania Trump remained absent from public view. And now, the publication of Harp's own words is putting fresh attention on just how close that relationship has become. The controversy is also spilling into late-night television, where Rosie O'Donnell has revived her long-running feud with Trump and is now taking aim at the president, his inner circle, and the increasingly controversial Natalie Harp.